Have you ever asked yourself why everything in British English sounds smarter? Today I'm going to show you how to learn a British accent with this simple steps. And in today's video I'm going to show you how to learn a British accent in no time. So we are talking about a proper received pronunciation. A received pronunciation is the accent where spoken quite a lot in the south of England, and of course a lot of people at the moment in the UK, they speak with the received pronunciation. And there are three types of received pronunciation, but you need to choose what accent that we might want to learn. And I would hardly say that received pronunciation, which is a modern contemporary RP, is one of the most fundamental and one of the most overtaken accents in the UK. And if you want to learn what accent that you might want to learn, or you don't know where to get started, this video might help. And of course, if you're new to the channel, welcome, and please consider that you subscribe if you haven't already, and also click the bell for regular uploads. In today's video, of course, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to show you how to learn a British accent in no time. So if you can follow these fundamental strategies, you'll get there. First of all, what we're going to keep in mind all the time when you want to have a British accent, we want to learn a British accent, or to speak with a British accent, rule number one is British accent don't love the letter R. Letter R, of course, in British English is totally silent. And of course, there are fundamental positions where you can't pronounce the letter R. For example, at the end of a word, sometimes you have to not to pronounce it if you want to sound more British, especially at the end of the words. For example, we have in words like car, you know, we have regular, better, harder. Okay, so a lot of things what happens here, we don't pronounce the letter R at the end of the words. Okay, the letter R is not a lazy, it's classy, so you can't pronounce it. This is rule number one: never pronounce the letter R at the end of the words. Repeat after me: car, butter, harder. You can find a lot of different words. This is just an examples about how to not pronounce the letter R at the end of a word, but there are different rules where you need to follow as well in different situations. Okay, the honour T, okay, or the letter T as well, unlike a British American accent, respects the letter T. So it's clean and sharp at the same time. For example, we might say a bottle of water, a bottle of water, a bottle of water. Okay, a bottle of water, a lot of water, a lot of water, a lot of bottle of water, a lot of bottle of water. Have you noticed? I do pronounce the letter T intensely here. So remember, rule number two, you have to pronounce the letter T quite intensely if you want to have a British accent. Okay, so repeat after me: a bottle of water, a bottle of water, water, a lot of water, a lot of water, a lot of bottle of water, a lot of bottle of water. Remember, letter T is important. Okay, so, and I think this is really fundamental, and if you want to just get started to sound even more British, you need to pronounce the letter T quite intensely. Drama in vowels. What I mean by drama in vowels, you need to master your vowel sounds. Vowel sounds, particularly the longer versions. For example, can't, father, okay, father, glass of water. Have you noticed? Bath. Remember, you need to pronounce your vowels as well. We've got a long R sound. It's a vowel sound, so you need to pronounce it even more intensely. embrace the culture. When I'm talking about embrace the culture here, accent alone isn't enough. You need to kind of to immerse yourself in the culture, right? For example, fancy kappa. This is a word choice, or even expression that British English use. British people, they use all of the time. For example, try these. Fancy a kappa, which means I want some tea. I like tea. So if you fancy a kappa, you like tea. I'm knackered, which means I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm burnt out. So the proper brilliance in it. So that means amazing, right? In it. So this is kind of a lot of people that use it at the moment, but I think it's informal. You just need to be aware of that. So British people don't just speak; they throw the subtle shades with elegance. However, if you want to really sound more British, I would highly suggest that you need to practice your word choice. Okay, remember the word that British English use, and yeah, hopefully you will get there. Definitely you'll get there. So, and also we have the practice routine where I want to help you with that is, of course, is your daily British accent workout. You've got 5 steps, of course. Daily British workout. If you want to shadow, you want to learn a British accent, you need to practice this routine. First of all, a shadow. One is shadow British TV shows. Shadow British TV shows. Like listening to people, you know, mimicking them and imitating them, the way they speak and the way they pronounce the words. Of course, after that, record yourself and listen back to it. Record yourself. Try to identify if you've made any mistakes, if you've made any kind of like kind of a silly mistakes that you need to improve, and read out loud in the accent. The accent that you are practicing, try to speak it out loud. Narrate your day. Narrate your day while you're doing things in British English. Talk to your pet. Talk to your mates all of the time. And I would say like that's a really fundamental way and to get a British accent in no time. And I think fundamentally, and the bonus practice line is that you need to repeat the lines, okay? Need to repeat the lines, and honestly, don't just practice it all of the time, okay? All you need to do is just to follow these simple steps, and hopefully you get there. And there you have it. Drop the letter R and pronounce the letter T's, and of course embrace the culture. Don't underestimate the power of British accent, and you will get there. So yeah, that's all about it. And to follow for more accent breakdowns, there are a lot of different accents around the world, but you need to figure out what accent you want to learn, and that's all about it. If you like what you saw today, you enjoyed this video, please consider that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care everyone, bye bye, see you later.